What's up, persons? Welcome back to the inside of a whale. Please don't ask how we got here. It's a long story. Anyway, let's get into the main topic of this video. 4 words that can strike fear into the hearts of any gamer.
I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
If you sort by free-to-play, you're gonna see the stuff you'd expect. Fortnite, Rocket League, Apex Legends, and Overwatch 2. But if you scroll down just a tad, that's where crap gets real. And in this video, I'm gonna play some of these games and hope I make it out alive. This is a third-person shooter that made me lose all my faith in humanity. I guess we can start by playing some team deathmatch? Yeah, classic TDM. When you load in, there's a bunch of weird things you notice. First of all is the controller vibration. If I so much as change the direction I'm walking in, the controller goes insane. Oh, you just made a big mistake, buddy. Oh hey, my controller gains sentience. But we can turn this off, so it's not really that big of a deal. Second of all is the camera. It's just like woo woo. Thirdly is how loud your gun is. Fourth is the zombies chasing you. Lastly, you're gonna notice the terrible shooting mechanics. In a shooter game, you had one job, guys. Alright, let's try reloading the gun. Let's try switching guns. Let's try aiming. It's all so slow. If you're in a tense situation and you have to do any of these things, you might as well dig your grave now since you won't be able to do it in time. You wanna know why it's so slow? It's because if you kill the zombies, then you get power-ups that make these actions happen at a normal speed. Yeah! No! I shouldn't have to do an extra task for some of the game's basic functions to work properly. Plus, it's a gamble of whether or not the zombies will even drop these power-ups. And if they do, you lose them when you die anyway. I'll talk more about these zombies later, but first, I'd like to talk about something else. So after dealing with all the shooting mechanics for a while, as well as the awful accuracy of my weapon, I decided I wanted to try a different gun just to see how things went. But when I did, I was met with something truly traumatizing. This thing made me feel like the weapon was made hot garbage on purpose. Oh, you're not being serious, it can't be that bad.
Oh my goodness!
Half the guns you have to grind to earn, or if you want to get them faster you can spend real money, and the other half of the weapons you have to spend real money. But only around 3k gold. I've only played for an hour and I've got 4k, so the prices can't be that bad. Turns out, that's the price you pay if you only want the weapon for 1 day! The actual price is way more! Why is this so misleading for no reason? I guess the prices aren't insanely outrageous. One weapon is around $3, but you still shouldn't have to pay at all to get an advantage over other players. While we're on the topic of microtransactions, let's talk about the cosmetics. Hi, future me here. I would just like to correct myself and say that these aren't actually cosmetics. Sure, they are skins and hats, but they still give you special abilities, falling under that pay-to-win category. Even the emotes give you an advantage, which I find hilarious. When you start the game, you can choose from 4 characters. Cool, biker, pretty, and business. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. But everything changed when the biker nation attacked. Hello everybody, future me here, again. So I originally thought I was only gonna have to re-record a couple parts for this video, but turns out I accidentally deleted the rest of my recording, so I'm gonna do it again right now. Don't laugh at me, please. So I already talked about the 4 starter characters, but there are more skins that you can buy. So here's one called None, and of course we have Cool 2, the sequel to Cool. And also Homeless. The skin is called Homeless. You can also buy some hats and hairstyles, but I don't know why you'd want to spend real money on these things if, 1, they just fall off like a Lego character, and 2, you can just steal somebody else's. Anyway, let's talk about those zombies. You would think the thing the game is named after would be a fun mechanic. No. Almost all of the game modes are PvP, so adding the zombies into the mix is really annoying when you're in a fight. The only game mode where you aren't fighting other people is the search and destroy mode, and the acronym for that is SAD, which is the only emotion I feel when playing this game. And these zombies are pretty fast and sometimes just throw themselves into the air, It's kind of impressive, actually. Okay, so admittedly, this next thing is kind of insignificant, but it makes me so angry. First of all, why do you just float in the air when you jump? That's not how gravity works. Wow, is that guy floating? So incredible. Amazing, wow. Truly inspiring. Isaac Newton is not gonna be happy when he hears about this. Secondly, why does it make that awful inhaling sound every time? You're not slurping down a bowl of soup. Imagine this happening in an actual zombie situation. Run faster, they're after us.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Whoa, jump! Oh my gosh, do you have to make that sound every time? Yes. Crap, dead end. Jump up, save yourself. Really?
Oh no, they're climbing up.
Brains.
Ah!
Bro, just shut up! Also, one time when I was playing the game, some guy kept reloading and it kept playing the same voice line.
Changing magazine. Changing magazine. Changing magazine. Changing.
Like, shut up, bro, girl!
One final thing before I move on. If you die in the last man standing mode, it says, "Be stronger, lose." Jeez, man, I was trying my best. Be stronger! Now, I was originally gonna talk about this game because it was just bad, until I learned who published it. Everyone's favorite organization, PETA. I don't want to get into it too much here, but just know that they suck and I feel zero empathy towards them as I roast their game. So let's jump into it. You're dropped into this desert area and you see a door. Or I guess more of a door frame. So you go through the door and the first room you enter is this one. This NPC tells you that your goal is to save the animals from the laboratories they're imprisoned in. But the thing is, when I first played this room wasn't there. So I was just wandering around with no goal. You could have told me that before, Timothy! My name's Brandon, but point taken. Anyway, if you go through the next door, you'll either get to keep exploring the desert where you free monkeys from cages, or you're transported to some kind of mystical dimension. As far as I can tell, there's no explanation of what this is or why I'm here.
Is this the afterlife? Are we dead?
So this game is clearly inspired by bullet hell games like Enter the Gungeon, and you can tell by the red and white bullets. In these games, the main parts of the gameplay loop is shooting enemies and dodging projectiles, but in this game, both of those are just thrown out the window. First of all, in games like this, you usually have to shoot all the enemies in a room before you're able to continue. But in this game, you can literally just leave. Most of the time, there's no reason to fight these things. I need to save that monkey!
Okay, bye-bye!
Also, dodging projectiles is made a lot more inconvenient for no reason because of this awful camera angle. Sometimes you can barely see what you're supposed to be dodging. I don't know why they could have just made the game top down. They had 3D graphics. It couldn't have been that hard. Speaking of graphics, what is this? Explain yourself. I want to know what on earth this is. Or I guess, what on the afterlife dimension this is. Speaking of the afterlife dimension, there's a lot of things here that just don't make sense. Why is this parrot following me? Is it trying to kill me? I'm already dead, you know. Next is that some of the rooms in the mystical dimension are just full of mines, but they didn't put enough so you can just very easily walk around them. There's also these jellyfish that I can interact with, and then they just fly away. Are they lost souls that I'm sending to the next life? And why do they give me upgrades to my gun? Anyway, I think it's time I shut up about this stupid bunny game and jump into our last segment.
The lightning round!
So I played a lot of games for this video, and I had trouble choosing a third game to go in-depth on. So I decided I wanted to talk about a bunch of them, rapid-fire style. I don't know if that's a thing people say, but rapid-fire style. I think the title screen alone tells you exactly what to expect from this game. So this is basically your average match 3 game, but there's a random frozen character on the screen. The thing that baffles me about some of these games is that they're on the PlayStation 5. Why is a game that is essentially an asset swap of Candy Crush on the same console as games that look like this? Or this? Also, I'll give the game this. It has a 2-player mode, which I think is unique from other Match 3 games, but I didn't play it because I don't have any friends. Also, why does this power-up cost $5? I'm not gonna spend $5 on a couple of snowballs. Balls. This next game was from the eShop. Yes, I'm talking about another game that involves bunnies. When I saw this title screen, I knew I had a true masterpiece on my hands. I didn't want to talk about it too much since it's just a simple Angry Birds knockoff, but some aspects of this game are hilarious.
Speedy, Loopy, Big Bob, Hooper.
Big Bob, Cooper. Also, you can do this. I think this could be used to torture someone. I only mention this game because the loading screen reminds me of this. I only mention this game because it looks like it was straight out of 2007. Honestly, the game is probably fine, but I don't have the attention span to read the tutorial. Hi, future me here again. Apparently this game actually did come out in 2006. The fact that it's still alive today is insane. I don't think I have anything else to say, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and over to the end card.
I have something to say. You better subscribe. Or else.
Or else what? You idiot, what are you doing? No. Hey everyone, sorry this video was more on the negative side. I just thought you would think it was entertaining. I also know I may not have been the best at giving helpful critiques for the developers of these games, so I'm sorry about that. The next video is hopefully gonna be about me playing Mario 64 for the first time. I just have to pay for the stupid Switch Online expansion pass. Happy Christmas and Merry Holidays. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye.